Here we are, start the trip. Walking the Oldham Ashton Guide Bridge line. This is Guide Bridge, what's left of it anyway. Oh, this used to be a major station. Look at it now, it's a mess. So, this is the main line going up. You can see a slight spur going to the left, which still serves a Stockport run. Now see that red signal ahead? That is where the Oldham Ashton Guide Bridge line used to pan off. So whilst we're here, we may as well catch a train as it used to be. Remember the old platforms? They're not here anymore. That's what used to be the slow line. Right, let's go and walk the OAGB line, eh mate? Oh, there's Guide Bridge. There used to be some sidings on the side there. Not a lot of clues left. Again, houses have been taken over. The canopy will give you an idea on how busy that junction used to be, the one that went to Stockport. As I say, this is the main line still standing, and just a little further ahead is where you'll get the spur off to the Oldham line. Right, so as you can see, this is the current live line. This is the Oldham Ashton Guide Bridge line. As you can see, it is very overgrown, but there's still plenty of clues as to what it used to be. As I say, originally it was served by the DC Electrics, as far as Guide Bridge that was, so as far as Ashton that was. And here it's literally been abandoned. Abandoned engineering, call it what you will. As you say, the wall's still there, there's still one or two canopies at the moment. But it's getting rather dense. This is going to be a tricky one. I'll take this slowly. And this is the last of the posts. Like I say, they did go all the way through, but I expect they were getting a bit rusty anyway, so they decided to chop a few down. Want to call the signal box? This is where you do it from. Nature's taking over where she can. Let's keep going, mate. Hey, so the canopies are no more. No more pantographs. And as always, modern technology gets in the way. New bridge over the old line. Here we are, the other side. This looks a bit more manageable. Wow, I can see the floor in front of me. There's a change. Right, let's keep looking for clues. Right, and now we come to the first bridge that goes over the canal. Strangely enough, this was a junction also, called Canal Junction. I'll just take it from the other angle and hopefully it will explain itself. So here's that same junction from the other angle. Now if you notice here, it looks like it bellows at the end. In fact, this, as I say, was called Canal Junction because this is where the OAGB split. You could either go to Guide Bridge or you could go to Manchester. So you went to the left if you're going to Guide Bridge to the right would take you to the Manchester line. Right, as you can see, we have a nice iron bridge ahead, but we've also got this massive mill at the side. This mill used to have a sidings, and looks like there may be some traces of it. Let's see if we can find any clues. Yeah, the mill definitely changes direction here, so I expect this is where the railway line came in. And that's where it went to, down there, side of the canal. Right, here we have one of the original bridges, one of the Victorian bridges. Looks fantastic from here. Now, just speaking to somebody, and there's something really weird in the middle there. Is that a masonry thing? No idea. Anybody got any clues? Give us a shout. Right, yeah, 50 mile an hour. Here's that bridge from the other side. The sun's not being very polite at the moment, so get what we can get. And if you look deep enough, you can find them clues. Yeah, nice walk, like I say. But, not a lot of footage at the moment. Oh, they just keep on coming. We're now coming to the point where it joins up again with a railway line, and it's still in use. So here we are. As you can see, it joins up with real railway track. So we will join it again at Ashton Moss South Junction. Bring it on. And this is the line from Guide Bridge, very close to Ashton. This is from the Guide Bridge direction. I'm looking in. And let's get another shot from the other side, eh? Strange architecture. Still, if it did the job, it did the job. Hey, still plenty of memories from the past, eh? This is looking towards Ashton, very close to Ashton Moss South. Goes on and on, curving round to the junction. Next up will be Ashton Moss, or the location of it. And so we come up to Ashton Moss South Junction. This is where the line used to split. One route was heading towards the Ashton direction and then on to Oldham. The other one went on the Manchester line, the one that's still standing. You can see here, you can see how it's veering off to the right. To the left is where the junction used to be, the triangle that used to head on to Ashton. It is no more, I'm afraid. Let's see what clues are left. That bridge I was just looking over, this is the other side of it. So this is the loop line that's been taken out, the one that went to Ashton. It's where this grass verges. You can see the way that the walls are curving round. Again, this is a nice overall shot of the main point for Ashton Moss South. This is where the triangle met. This is the missing loop. Sorry, the missing part of the triangle, the one that joined up with the Ashton line. It's going over this new road that's been built. And if I just get rid of this big 40-foot wagon which is getting in my way, we'll hopefully see where it leads on to. So literally it crossed the road, followed literally straight through Sainsbury's there, and just beyond Sainsbury's is where you'll find the Ashton line. Right, so I'm now at the junction of Ashton Moss North. This used to be a big railway yard in its time. IKEA is the location of where the big depot used to be. As you can see, there's no clues left at all. It's just a shopping centre destroyed. It's a shame really, because there used to be a signal box here a couple of months ago. The Ashton Moss North. It is no more. But again, this is one end of the OAGB, the Manchester direction end. Right, let's get to IKEA and follow the line to Oldham. Here we are in Ashton. Start of the line to Oldham. This is the branch line. The main line's in front. You can see where it's been bricked up. There's the line going to Oldham. There's not a lot of clues, I've been told, on this side initially. Hopefully things will improve. Bridge structure. That's where the bridge is. And that's next to it. That was a small bridge, if ever there was one. Ashton Oldham Road railway station, the site of. See there how it went round onto the Ashton route. Sorry, Oldham route. Dear. This is the route, as you can see, but it's just full of industrial units at the moment. Hopefully it'll become a bit more followable shortly. So after weaving through loads of industrial estates, finally come to the end. Can you see just beyond that industrial estate fence, that is a tunnel. It's a very small tunnel, because the end of the tunnel is here. And that's where the railway used to go, many years ago. That's what we're heading towards. Ashton side. Right. Here's the Ashton line at speed. One mile to Park Bridge. Well, this is really exciting. It's just a straight route. It was boring when I did it in the 80s. There's even less here now. So it's just a cycle route that's been made out of a railway track, full stop. No signs of anything. See, we're getting close to Park Bridge now. For some strange reason, the path goes down and up again, so I expect this next bridge is out.
It's an old railway, isn't it?
It is. Here we go, back on track. Right, where we just come from, where we should be going forward to. As you notice, for some strange reason, the branch is taking us to the side. That used to be the branch just before the station at Park Bridge. Wonder why it's taking us that way. Let's investigate. Right, here we are, making our way down. Won't be long now. So here we have the line that's going down to the ironworks at Park. As you can see, it was looks like it was a single track. It's going down to the bottom, and hopefully it will turn back on itself. Let's keep following it. As you can see, a pretty straight route, direct to the point. Right, so at this point, the railway going to the ironworks veered off to the left. But if you notice, it also had the option of going straight ahead. It's just a private sidings, but I'll have a quick look at it, see if there's anything there. As you can see, there is some remains of a really old building here, but no signs of the railway line that served it at the side. I'm literally now stood on the track. As I say, I suspect it was a private sidings serving one of the outposts on the park complex. So same again, looking at them buildings, this is the end of it, and then the route becomes a bit more chaotic, so I suspect this is where the sidings would have finished, but as you say, unfortunately no railway clues. Right, let's get back to that main branch line, the one that was going down to the ironworks, So as you can see with the shape of the bridge, the pathway, this is where the railway curved round and went over the stream. See if I can stick you one or two shots to show you what it used to look like a long time ago. And there she is, the original bridge that went over. Wow, stone and all. Well preserved, well done. As I say, a lot of heritage around here. Not really railway related, but certainly part of the complex. So same again, the railway followed the main footpath, but there were one or two sidings here. We're now getting pretty close to the original ironworks. Again, looking at those private sidings, this is one of the sidings. You can see the edge of the wall, see the alleyway, that's where it went down. Very one with nature around here, fantastic. So you can see here where man has created the pathway and how he's chipped away at nature in order to get to his goal. So yeah, pretty straight this route. Unfortunately no railway clues yet, but still an interesting find. Like you say, this is one of the main sidings just before the ironworks. Yeah, so nearly at the end of this siding. As you can see, looks like it's some artificial buffers down at the bottom. Let's see if there's any railway clues. Oh, this is what the Victorians used to call a buffer stop, I suppose. End of the line on this branch anyway. Right, so let's nip to the side and have a look at the ironworks. So coming now towards the end of the branch, where you see that blue building ahead was the ironworks. Let's check it out. Right, so from that pathway, it curved round along this edge and it went into the ironworks. That main entrance there is the railway access to the ironworks. Yep, So this was a very famous ironworks. Apparently they made some rivets here for the Eiffel Tower, Blackpool Tower. It was a very notorious commerce of its time. Apparently the sidings went through here and out the back. So let's see if we can find any more traces. Here's what remains of the ironworks. The railway, this is at the front now. Unfortunately the back is blocked, so I had to come round the front. But the railway went round the back, right at the end of that blue roof, where the railway started to spin round on itself. And it came out right at the end there, on that set of land, to go underneath the viaduct. See if we can trace it around that area. So that's the site of the line. Coming along, coming along, coming along. Let's see if we can meet it down at the bottom where it meets that road junction. Right, this is the nearest we can get, but like you say, where them cars are is the route of the railway. So it came out, past the bridge and under the viaduct. The side here, there was a small siding, not sure how long it lasted for. So again, this was the lower railway line. Literally where them cars are in the foreground is where the lines split. You can see that main building between the two, it's split to serve another factory. Where I'm looking at now, there would have been a very big viaduct, the one that we will be rejoining shortly. Let's see if I can get you a few pictures. Park Bridge Heritage Centre. That's what it's called. Very ornate and well preserved. Right, so there's a viaduct out. That's where the line went to Ashton. That's the line going up to our Oldham, yeah? Well, I knew the station was around here. And like you say, everything was diverted away from this building somebody bought. Could they have bought the land and the actual station? I don't know. There's your clue. What it used to look like. Yeah, that's the end of the viaduct on the Oldham side. It went straight across to meet on the other side. There's that building. Hey. And there's that same shot from up high. That's that park place we were talking about. Oh, Park Heritage. Oh my God. And there is the route we're going. Oh no, it's become an official cycle path, so there's even less sites of bloody railways than there was centuries ago. Just tarmac hell. There she is, a cycle lane, pretty boring route, but nice easy ride. This is where it gets a bit more tricky. Nice rugged look, ready for the final bash. That's where we're heading towards. Oh well, filled in bridge. Yep, there she is. Pretty straight route. That's Alexandra Park on that side. And this is where the railway line leads. Nearly there. Nearly home. So we've just walked. Especially heading towards. There we go, that's where we've come from. And that is where we finish. Can you see the bridge? That used to go underneath, leading to Clegg Street railway station. The Oldham Ashton line is complete. Right, I'm now on the bridge overlooking what used to be Clegg Street Goods Depot. As you can see, it's a bit of a wreck at the moment, and unfortunately there isn't a sign of Clegg Street Railway Station. It's all been redeveloped, made into a very large, convenient industrial estate. And it was a massive yard in its time to what it is now. I'm just on top of the bridge now that used to overlook Central Station. This was a station that was next to Clegg Street. Clegg Street is on the left. So this is a tunnel that it was called Central Tunnel, and there was a station here owned by the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway called Central Station. On the left you can see the remains of the building. That's where Clegg Street was. They were parallel to each other. Hopefully I'll be able to show you on a map. Here we are on the other side. This is where Oldham Mumps is. And again you can trace where the old track went. You can see all the old remains. And on the right is where Clegg Street sidings were. That's where that big mill, that big bendy mill is all about and everything. So as you can understand, there's still a few remnants lying around. And let's have a look at the new station. There you go, there's Central from the tracks bed. Now if you look at the left you can see some new bricks. That is where the portal was to go to Clegg Street. If you're going to Clegg Street you would literally be looking straight at the station now. Unfortunately, like I say, with the mass development of Matalan and everything else, there isn't a clue to be found. It's a shame really, it's a piece of history lost forever. But still a few clues around if you want to find them. This is what we call Clegg Street Depot. Remember that big curvy building? Well, this is where the yard is that worked onto it. So like I say, we've got the Matalan complex. This is what's left over. So the curvy building was around here. Where Matalan is, there used to be a distribution depot for the catalogues and the post office and such. That shut in the early 70s, I believe. And like you say, this just used to be a mass of railways, but you wouldn't even guess there was anything railway related looking at it now. But yes, this was the main hub that served all the textiles, whether it be cotton, coal, you name it, it was sorted here. And here we are looking at the other side. This was the Waterloo sidings. Again, this was just an extension of those sidings that went all the way up to Mumps. Lovely piece of history, lost forever.